Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Christine with 24 Karat Healing. I'm a spiritual medium, intuitive energy coach, and old soul healer. And yes, we are so close to Halloween, are we not? I don't know about you, but my dreams have been quite spooktacular, as they would say. The veil is very thin right now, obviously. And we're also entering Scorpio season, which is all about life and death and transformation. So come on in, say hello. If this is your first time, let us know where you're from. If you're on the replay, if you're wondering, what is this about? Well, we are just going to tap into, that, like I said, the veil is thin. So definitely lots of messages coming through. I woke up with so many songs in my head. And I also wanted to honor my mom today. 6 months ago, she passed, she crossed over. And yeah, I had, the song that came through for me was On the Wings of Love by Jeffrey Osborne. And I was like, oh man, I could just hear that on the wings of love. And I'm like, so I went and listened to it and I was like, wow, he has an amazing voice. If you don't know who he is, go have a look, check him out on YouTube. But just in the lyrics, and a lot of people are still commenting and saying, hey, it's 2021. Are you listening to Jeffrey Osborne? And then from there, I just went into music mode and I really felt my mom's presence. She loves music. She always had CDs and tapes and vinyls and 45s and all of that. And she always had a Walkman beside her. She had so many CDs, and I've talked about her music before, but her collection is eclectic. And now I know where I get my eclectic music taste. It's all over the place for me, which is amazing. So, and I absolutely love it. So come on in, say hello, and yes, please share, please like, please tag a friend or two, subscribe if you're on YouTube, and comment spooky for a message. Comment spooky for a message. Let me know if you remember your dreams. What are your dreams like? Depending on the person where you are in your spiritual journey. I get a lot of clients that say they don't remember their dreams. So, and that's fine. Really, it's about, it's like anything else. You have to practice. You just have to surrender and be open. I mean, that's really part of it. When we hang on to too much of a, I need to know what this means, and then that's an attachment. And then, that's where the ego gets involved as well. And, you're going down a road which, can lead you to, well, either lessons, disappointments, however you want to look at it. So, um, yes. And as well, I am gifting a 30-minute Reiki Reveal session as well. So please share this out, tag friends, comment, like, subscribe, and you'll be entered to win. And you're probably wondering, what is that? Well, it's everything that I do on a daily basis with clients, whether it's mediumship, psychic, intuitive messages, chakra, energy work, removing any type of attachments, cords, energies, wounds, hooks. I mean, we all get hooked. There's always some type of hook, right? So it's good to have some assistance on your spiritual and healing journey, which we're all on. And there is no right or wrong way as well. I'm completely open to that because really we are all students of the universe. And I am not a guru. I am, just like you are. We're all souls and we're here for a reason and a purpose. And you're probably wondering what that is. I mean, aren't we all? All right. So, yeah, please share this out. So, that's the reading, it's all encompassing. It's done on Zoom. It's recorded and you can keep it. There's some meditations involved as well, depending on what's going on, what your experience is. And yeah, so, and I'm welcoming anybody that's come in from our meetup group. I have a meetup group as well, and it's called Unleash Your Soul's Purpose. And we meet every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. I'll just show the graphic. And we also meet Saturday, so tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I know there's quite a few ladies and folks that have been registered for that already. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And really, it's a safe space for empaths, sensitives, light workers, healers. We're all of that, right? And it's just a space to connect, find community, find your tribe, have real authentic connections, find ways, towards your purpose. Maybe find, there's, a lot of empathy and compassion in this group as well. There's no judgment. And if you don't even want to be on camera and you just want to listen in, you can listen in as well. We welcome everyone. It's just a space to really open up and maybe get a nugget of inspiration that will lead you to, what you're seeking, and eventually be the finder. Be the finder. All right. Come on in. And as well, let me know what you're doing for Halloween. What are you dressing up as? What are you excited for? Um, I I think I seen a video, a little clip on YouTube. Tim McGraw. He is like, candy. That's the best part of Halloween, and I'm like, okay, he speaks the truth, right? I don't know about you, but when your kids would come home with their sacks of candy, you go through it, and yeah, I'd be like, "Oh, I like that one." And oh my God, who was Halloween for? Was it for us, or was it for the kids? I think it's a little bit of both. All right. Hi, Patty. So nice to see you. And yes, happy Halloween to you as well. Yes. And a witch. Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. And you know what? And I'm glad that you brought that up, because there seems to be some discussions about witches, if they're good, if they're bad, if they're, is there a dark witch, a white witch? You know what? We got to stop putting labels on things. It is what it is. And if you feel good doing it and it's fun, and you're helping other people, what does it matter? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. And in fact, I have a lovely guest coming on the Power of Healing Your Energy show that happens every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, and you can watch it on YouTube, Facebook, and listen to it on your favorite podcast. I'll give a shout out to Anchor, because that's what I use. But yeah, Fen. I was on her show, Follow the Woo podcast, and amazing. It's funny. We always do this. Us, empaths. We're like, yeah, we're very sensitive. I'm one, you're one. It's funny how we attract each other. So she's going to be on my show on Wednesday, and she says she's a witch as well. And I'm watching the show called Outlander, and it's very eye-opening. I'm sure there's people that have watched it already. I, take my time coming around sometimes with shows, and it's just interesting. She's a healer, but back then you got called a witch. So do you see what they do in society? Do you see how religion and politics and even science, they will twist it to suit them, right? And it's that mob mentality too. Like, I'm watching this. I'm like, this is exactly what's happened to me and to my ancestors and to your ancestors. And we're recognizing this now, and we're saying, no way, we're not doing this anymore. I'm going to be who I want to be, and you should as well. All right. So, for Halloween, I'm just going to pull just a general card for Halloween. And if you would like, If you would like a message, follow the instructions below, comment spooky. Even if you're on the replay, I'm throwing this out there just for fun. If you're on the replay, even if you're on a podcast as well, send me a message and I will pull a card. We will pull a card for you. We'll have a little message for you, and I can either send it to you by email or messenger or even send you an audio clip, whatever it happens to be. So one of my favorite new decks, well, it's about 6 months old. The Shaman's Dream Oracle by Alberto Valodo, amazing shaman, and Colette Baron-Reed, who I highly resonate with as well. She's an amazing soul. I love her energy. All right. So, and her story is pretty amazing. So we're just asking for our highest good. It's really good to ask open-ended questions. Make sure you smudge and cleanse all of your tools, whatever they are, crystals, cards, yourself, your spaces, your places. I mean, the portals and all that are opening. The veil is thin. Things are coming through. So we're asking for our highest good. What do we need to know? And really, the end of the month is coming too. What is going to be of our highest good? What are we looking for? What are we watching for? What are we feeling for? So that's the message we're asking. Maybe you have a question um, that you'd like answered, and make sure it's open-ended, yes or no. Really, we all have free will, but at the end of the day, I know that it's God's will. It's not mine, right? Oh, look at that. Dream Thief. Very interesting. And it's interesting because I pull cards for myself in the morning as well, and I always ask, for a highest good, what do we need to know? And 13 was one of the cards in the deck. Different deck. Dream Thief, refusal of the call. So this monkey, wow, it's what does it remind me of? Not a phoenix, but it's that eagle monkey. It's a hybrid, and they're it's interesting. I see time, I see feathers, so there's a lot of interpretations in here. The colors, the chakra colors, I'm seeing a lot of that as well. And feathers, so signs and symbols, refusal of the call. So you're being called to do something, obviously. There's some hesitation. Oh, I'm getting a lot of fear. And, I just posted yesterday about fear, and fear is linked to anger. So anger is sadness wrapped in fear. So that's how fear shows up. So there's still a lot of sadness, there's still a lot of anger, and we're not trusting that everything will work out in divine timing. And I'm already hearing, yeah, well, when's that? So we're we need some patience too. If you look at this, I mean, this looks like a crystal ball. This looks like a portal of energy. This could be time as well. I'm interpreting this as time. Oh, and I see some. It almost looks like some scripts here as well. We're definitely tapping into this ancestral energy. I feel a lot of shamanism off of this. The eagle, the eagle is connection to source, and flying higher. If you feel like you're just at the middle, it's time to go higher. It's time to really connect higher. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing is they're pulling at our vibrational energy. They're pulling at our vibrational energy. Now, and monkeys, can be really associated with the fox as well. A little bit of that trickster energy. So you're really rejecting your path of fulfillment. You are so much more than you know. Now it's time to express what is dormant. Your new adventure has already begun. So answer the call to a new adventure. Resist, drop your resistance. Drop your resistance, because the more you resist, what do they say? The more it persists. So this is an old wound that will never allow you for a new adventure. Ooh, that's like keeping you stuck, familiarity, wounded, rejected. Do you talk about how your family molded you as a child without acknowledging that you've already become someone else? You're not part of your family's history. Um, keeping you hypnotized and comfort and sameness. Oh, yeah, we all love that. I know I do too. The comfort, the familiarity. Um, we're kind of forgetting our dreams and why we're here. I mean, the beginning of my year, I always wanted to, live in an RV and travel and all that. And then life happened, right? 3 deaths in 2021. Um, and then, my dad is struggling with some form of dementia as well. So talk about, all your great laid plans being just yanked. So I sold my RV. I did. I didn't even get to go. So, new dream. I will be traveling, I know that, so I'm not gonna tell you where I'm going yet, so you'll have to find out later, so I'll leave it at that, and let me tell you, I thought I had gotten rid of most of my stuff and downsized. I still have stuff that I'm dealing with, so just when it's a reminder, just when you think you've dealt with something, again, that's an ego mind trap. Saying, "Oh, yeah, you're good, you're done. You don't need to do any more work. You just go relax." And yeah, you should relax and take care of yourself, but don't become complacent because complacency is the death of all of your dreams. Okay. So this is a message for me as well, not just for you guys, right? So, oh, okay. So Patty is asking for a card and And she's really asking what, she sees herself doing next next year. So we're looking at 2022, and we're asking, movement, what's happening, and because I know you love Alberto, we're gonna pull. Okay, so 2 came out. 2. The first one, 31. In the hand, the universe is your partner. I'm just going to take this down so you could see. The universe is your partner. And I love that it almost looks like a heart-shaped source, the soul star. The universe is your partner. And it's interesting that this card is the opposite of the first card that we just pulled is 31. So you have everything you need. It's in your hands. But there is a message about something slipping out of your hands. You are taken care of. This is a message from the universe, from your guides, angels, loved ones. So, really creating an intimate relationship with the higher power. Perhaps you might have seen things through the influence of your religious background, but things have really shifted for you. Your work, family, relationships, home, everything. You've done all you can. So now it's time to rest, recharge instead of producing, acting, and strategizing. So a hot tea, a good book, and a soft blanket. They're really saying grace is activated in your life right now. You've done everything, you've imagined everything. I'm just tuning in a little bit here. Something about an order, and I don't know what that means. Like everything is coming in good order in 2022. Everything is coming into alignment. Well, you got triple twos there, so that's the inner balance. You're really stepping into your power. I see you helping other people like you always have been, but in a greater capacity. Um, from home, something even similar to, what I'm doing, um, really helping people engage. Uh, but I also hearing you're amazing with kids too. So yeah, it's something to do with children. And I'm talking more of the age group between, very impressionable between 8 and 12, 8 and 13. Hmm. They're saying that's their most pristine time when they're curious, they're asking questions, they can understand what you're telling them, so they have a greater capacity to receive. And oh, yeah, like they're the new collective wave of, the conscious child, the indigo child. And it's interesting, the last card, or the first card that we pulled together, I mentioned the eagle energy. And what pops out for you, my dear? The eagle. And it's eagle eyes. And it's interesting that he has a spectacle right on his eye. And you've got this talisman energy, eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Beautiful card. I've never pulled this one before. Um, Foresight, looking ahead. And it's asking you to witness the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the beautiful, yet react to nothing. Act only to further your noblest calling. So rise above. The eagle flies above everything, all creatures. When it meets obstacles, it rises above. I just talked about that. Judgment, arrows, darts, envy. Trust that you're ready, you're equipped. Don't hesitate when you're called, when your heart calls. When you get a creative inspiration, go for it. Don't say, "Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if I can do it." Just go and do it. Yeah, it's like you're putting something off for some reason. I heard not right time. I don't Yeah, there's a lot of self-doubt. That's what I'm hearing. And then I'm hearing more movement in the middle of 2022 because you'll be absolutely ready. Everything is going to line up in the middle of, because I saw a 6, so June is significant. And, I'm not saying 6 days, 6 weeks. I see this a little bit longer term. So I see this in June. June. Moving in June. And that's exciting. It could be scary at the same time, but new places can really revitalize your energy and who you are and give you amazing inspiration. So I hope that helps. And you're welcome. Thank you so much. All right. All right. So, yes, comment spooky for a message. Absolutely. And yeah, I like I said, that this time of the veil is the thinnest. It's a lot of fun. And if you are open to this, I've done this occasionally. I do live readings, coaching online, so one on one. um, I was part of Colette and John Holland. They had a live mediumship, and they brought people on Zoom, and it was fun to watch the messages. And a lot of them were, some of them I could take some messaging out of them for the person, for myself. So that's really, really important. If you're watching card readings, you're thinking, "Oh, that's not for me. That's not what I didn't get picked." But you have to kind of read between the lines. You did. There's a reason you're watching this, for one. So don't dismiss it because you're dismissing yourself. And really be open and go, "Okay, what tidbits out of, say, Patty's cards could I take for myself?" You the universe works in mysterious, well, they say mysterious, but it's there when you need it. But when you're ready and you're open, this is the importance of why I do the work that I do, working with energy, um, having a spiritual tool belt full of different tools that I practice daily. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. You have to show up and say, "I'm here, I'm open, I'm ready." Just bring it to me, whether it's numbers, whether it's symbols, whether it's dreams, whether it's songs, whether it's a billboard, in your face, whether you get a knowing, whether you see something, you hear something, you smell some. Those are all of your clairs. And I know for a fact my clairsentience is my strongest clair, Because even as a child, now I'm tying this together. When I would meet people and they would tell me something or they would talk to me, I'm like, they're either lying, something's off. That's clairsentience. When you feel something's off, you see a picture, you walk into a room, you're like, what's going on here?" Don't dismiss it. I remember I used to do that. "Oh, I'm not going to worry about it." Not that I was worried, but I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm going to be aware of it and figure out what is going on and then bring my light to all those parts, right? Not, oh, being the victim. Those people, they triggered me, and there's just some mean people, and really it's just a mirror. It's just a mirror. Whatever, is still, as they call it, the wounded healer. Whatever is unhealed is going to manifest, and is going to be mirrored back to you with somebody else. Simple. And I also want to point out, I shared a graphic last night about to protecting your mental health, and that includes if there are certain family members, coworkers, bosses, whatever it is, friends that are disturbing your inner peace. They don't need to be in your life. They don't need to be in your life. You are not obligated at all. And I know it's hard. You create boundaries, and I think that would be, when you start kind of pushing back a little bit, you're going to see who is your greatest resistance, and then that kind of that unleashes, your database of all of your memories from your childhood, and really that's when the healing starts, when you have recognition of that. Creating boundaries, having self-care, speaking your truth, but do it with love as much as possible. And even then, you'll see people that will react and go, "Oh, what's, your problem? Why are you behaving like this?" I'm sorry, that's something you need to pay attention to. Or they're dismissive. You ask them something and they totally avoid the question, change the subject. Be very aware, okay? That energy is still out there. Very much so. All right. Okay, so June, my friend and I are seeking June. There you go. I'm glad that helps you, Patty. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for asking. You're learning to be like a tree and let go of my unneeded leaves. Yeah, let go, let go, let go, let go, let God, all of it. And really expand and become really rooted and grounded in who you are. Um, and if you have to start, you have to start somewhere. So why not? And I like that analogy of the trees. She's asking about the 5 clairs. No, there's actually 7, I believe. So I have covered that in some of my YouTube videos. So you've got clairsentience, which is, smell, obviously. Claircognizance is a clear knowing. Clairsentience, or, we already talked about that. Clear feeling, like feelings, right? Clairaudience, clear hearing. Clairvoyance, clear seeing. And there's also, you've got gustance, the taste. The alience is the smelling. Sometimes you'll smell perfume or sometimes smoke, depending on what's going on. And then you also have the psychometry. You take an object, say something like this, it holds energy just like anything else. So if you close your eyes and you hold on to something, you can start getting images or feelings or knowings off of an object and just start writing them down. And even if you have questions, it's really about asking, for my highest good, what do I need to know now? And you close your eyes and really just tune in and see what comes through. And then you can start writing. I mean, I love writing. I love journaling. It's I think I did an angry write the other day. I was pretty frustrated and I wrote a whole page of stuff and then I read it back and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I really felt that there was a collective anger out there. So that's what I was picking up. So don't dismiss what you're picking up. Instead, pick up your pen and start writing, or pick up your paintbrush and start painting. Pick up your feet and start dancing. Pick up an instrument, start playing. Pick up a note and start singing. I really feel that that's what they're asking us to do, is to really tap into our creative selves more and more. Find that inner child, play more, experience more. We're not here to just pay bills, work at a job. I think we're seeing that. I mean, Russell Brand talks about it all the time on his daily videos and his podcast. I can't remember the numbers in the United States, but millions of people have quit or have lost their jobs, and they're like, you know what? Not doing this anymore. This does not resonate. All of this does not resonate. We're not putting up with this anymore. We're not dismissing ourselves anymore. We're going to step forward and do what we want to do from the heart, not from the survival state, because it's time to thrive. No more surviving. Um, I mean, it's funny. Why is that show Survivor still on? I just had that to come through. Why? I think, well, how many seasons is it? 20? Something like that. Anyways, just any type of reality show, I don't understand. It's almost like a form of escapism. Um, with the popcorn, the memes, watching other people's lives blow up is for some reason fascinating. We need to really turn that around. We need to be like, I'm not tuning into that garbage just as much as the news. Um, yeah. When people tell me something, I'm like, in the news, I'm like, oh, I had no idea. I don't know what to tell you. I don't get into any of that. So um, I think it's really important to, feed our souls, feed ourselves, and then turn around and feed others. However that looks like, whether it's food or it's spiritual, it's physical, it's mental, it's emotional, it's financial, um, whatever you feel your calling is, um, go feel it, go pursue it, go be it. Try to be the light of the world, try to be the love of the world every day. Anytime you go inward and start falling into that victim consciousness, really turn it around and go, wow, no, I'm opening, I'm expanding. That's why I love yoga. I'm focusing more on Qigong as well, because they talk about the lung meridian, right? The lung meridian is our chi. This is what helps our immunity, lungs, immunity, breathing. It's all connected. And he did a simple thing, sitting in a chair, just expanding your arms out, breathing in fully, and then bringing it back in. So it's like contracting and expanding. But you're working with the breath and you're stretching and you're opening up your chest, your lung area, your heart chakra, all of that. So um, maybe go look at that. Um, there's a reason. We need to find other ways. Maybe you're stagnating in whatever type of work you're doing. Maybe you're tired of a certain exercise and you need to bring something new in, because that's how we grow and expand. We need to try new things and say, okay, I did that. I really like that. Or, that was cool, but I'm going to try something else. Go for it. Instead of just doing the same old thing, you get stuck in routine. We need to shake things up more. All right. Well, let me know if that resonates with you. Oh, look at that. Funny, I talk about it and Patty is doing it. November 7th is a Qigong challenge and you signed up. Yay, I love that. That's amazing. And that'll be fun. I think of it as Tai Chi as well. If you ever seen the ladies or the gals in the park, and they're the moving of hands, but they tie it with the breath work, and it looks so relaxing. It's mesmerizing to watch. So obviously there's something to it. And so just go and do it. That's what I'm hearing. Just go and do it. That is my challenge. Interesting. Mid-November, we are going to, it just came in, uh, tune in. Mid-November, I'm going to do a conclusion to our 2021 Dream Vision Map workshop. We got together 3 times this year. I want to wrap up 2021. So if you're interested in that, let me know as well. And, just have a look out for it. Either it'll be sent by newsletter. So if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, I'm going to leave the link in the comments, which is always a good thing. And I'll also leave a link for our meetup group. So if you're interested in meeting one-on-one with myself, and we're going to go through meditations and some healings. There might be a few cards, but really we start with a word, and then we kind of move on to a question just to see how everybody's doing, where they're at this week, what kind of challenges they have. And if somebody has a challenge, maybe you might have the same challenge, or maybe you might have some perspective as well, right? So, yeah, I'm just going to put the link in for the newsletter as well. Da, 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 da. And just be patient with me. Yeah, doing this on my own, so I don't have an assistant yet, but I definitely will be having one in 2022 because things are getting even busier. So I will leave the link there for, yes, yeah, let's get on a landing page here. Sorry, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, anything that's coming up for you. Maybe you have any questions about chakras, about your energy, maybe working with a certain crystal at this time. Let me know. Okay, you see it. Thank you. Thanks, Patty. Wonderful, wonderful. So, yeah, I mean, rose quartz, I absolutely love. It was, my go-to. It's always been the first love. But really, I love a crystal quartz just because it can cleanse and clear anything. So if you're like, well, I don't have anything to smudge with, or just light a candle and use your crystal quartz, right? It's fantastic. I slip it. I mean, we've talked about this. I slip it into my bra. Everybody knows that. Who doesn't do that? Or into your purse. As well, I don't know if you have a gratitude journal, but I work with Reiki energy, and I do like to. I'll put all my little notes and everything that I'm grateful for into this box. And, you know, I'm going through my things and I'm like, what's in this box? So, all these little notes, all these little, and this is beautiful. I mean, there's flecks of gold in this. I don't know if you can see it, but I've got stones, I've got rocks, I've got shells. I put money in here as well. I mean, yeah, cash, um, coins, whatever is sacred, and I clear it out. I clear it out once a year. I mean, you might have to do it more, but I just add a note or two, everything that I'm grateful for. I mean, just like full moon ceremonies or new moons. And then I add anything, thank you for all the love. Thank you for a home and everything that God provides. Thank you for food. Thank you for clean water. Simple things. Thank you for, my book being released. And speaking of that, it is coming. It is coming. It's already released actually on Amazon.ca, Amazon.com. So if you're uh, would like to be part of my street team, just comment book. And I'm just trying to see if I have a copy of it. I could send you the link to the book as well. Oh, here we go. We'll see if this comes up here. But I'll give you the the Amazon.com link to the book. You can read it on Kindle as well, and hardcover is coming. But I'd love to send you a copy as well if you would like to read it, or, I'd be really absolutely blessed if you would buy it and leave a review as well. So here's the book. Holy, that's really long. It's gonna take a minute to come in. I don't know why they don't shorten the comments here, but, I'll just give you an idea of the image. And yeah, it's called Intuition Saved My Life, and, it's half memoir, kind of, my life story and how I became and how I always was a healer and a medium and all that. But of course, life gets in the way, things get in the way, and self-worth was definitely an issue in our family. So I had to unlearn everything and relearn. And it's also a book with homework in it, soul work. So you get to read and you get to do, read and do, and then go and learn, or share and teach to others. That's the whole model. When you learn something, turn around and teach it. Because I think we were taught to not do that because we're not an expert and we're not a guru and we're not certified. That's a hook. That's an ego hook. Okay, if you want to go and get that, go for it. But you don't have to. You don't have to. Yeah, I don't know if that link went through. For some reason on Facebook it didn't. But well, thank you, Patty. You've been such a beautiful support for myself. You know, Miss Patty here. I'd like to challenge you. Actually, I don't know if you're doing live readings yet, or if you're working with people yet in that basis. But I think, yeah, There's a reason you keep showing up. You need to go and do it too. And I'd love to have you. Yeah, and I'm hearing this. We'll have to do something together. That's what I'm hearing. So I'd really like to support you in that. Because if your plan is June, you could have all of the groundwork laid out already. So when you take off, it's going to be amazing and spectacular. So, yeah, look out for that. All right. Is there anybody else that would like a reading? Just comment spooky for a message, whether it's you're wanting to hear from loved ones, whether it's something for yourself. Yeah, make sure you comment, even if it's on the replay. Don't say, "Oh, I missed the live and I can't." It's not true. Um, I understand that we can't all be here live, so I don't think it's fair to exclude anybody. So I really want to make sure I'm not missing anybody as well. Yeah, so just share this out, and you can be entered to win a 30-minute Reiki Reveal session, even if you've had one before. I mean, things change in our lives. I mean, it seems like things change every day, right? So, yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Patty's just saying, okay. A little bit of hesitation there, but we can talk about it later. But thank you so much. I want to, extend all my gratitude, all my love to you. And yeah, I'd love to work with you too, Patty. So we're here to connect, collaborate, create community, just be together and share. And so I want you to have an amazing Halloween, whether you dress up or not. whether you carve pumpkins or not, or you eat tons of candy or not, celebrate it how you would like to experience Halloween. So I want to send all of you lots of love, lots of prayers, lots of peace, lots of blessings. And please remember, healing begins where the ego ends. And if you would like a reading or healing from myself, please send me an email and let's connect. All right, everybody, take care.